remember, President Donald Trump's former national security advisor turned critic, John Bolton, has reportedly reached a plea deal over mishandling sensitive national security information. According to CNN, the former Trump official, who was indicted by the Department of Justice in October last year, reportedly intends to plead guilty to one count of illegal retention of sensitive national security documents. And he has agreed to pay a fine of more than $2 million. Now, this CNN report, which cited 3 sources, said that John Bolton would plead guilty to one count of retaining classified information based on diary entries detailing his work in Trump's first term at a court hearing on the 26th of June. It also read that though the plea deal has not been made public, if convicted, Bolton would be facing a possible prison sentence for up to 5 years. John Bolton was charged under the Espionage Act with 18 counts related to his alleged mishandling and sharing of classified information, while his indictment was revealed about the same time as charging documents for former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Now, the federal investigators argue that Bolton had sent over 1,000 pages of classified information to 2 of his relatives, some of which contain material classified as top secret. They also said that Bolton had failed to provide details pertaining to a cyber attack that involved the hacking of his personal email account, potentially compromising confidential data. According to the report, the plea deal alleges no wrongdoing with regard to Bolton's book, but that Bolton was acknowledging that he made a mistake. The Justice Department had made a failed bid to block the publication of John Bolton's book, alleging that it contained classified information. In fact, the book had criticized Trump's temperament and decision-making as well. All right, let me go back to my colleague Susan Teherani. She continues to be with us from New York. Susan, one of the accusations by the Trump administration against John Bolton has been possessing classified material, something that is considered top secret. And, just the fact that he's accepted to deal with that and pay a fine for it goes on to say how Donald Trump and his colleagues have been right in saying what they were saying since the past several months of his second presidency.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. And remember, he made this deal after an 18-count Espionage Act indictment revealing that Iran-backed hackers ultimately were able to access his private AOL account. And that's where the issue stemmed from, having these personal diary that he had put into that account without, a prior security, which is considered a violation of national security. And so Bolton now waits for his fate after this by a judge. As you mentioned, it could be up to 5 years. It could be more fines. And also, the Justice Department is going to look into what kind of material was ultimately, if compromised. He says that he never intentionally meant to do this, but nonetheless, they're very concerned about this Iran-backed hack breach that put sensitive information in the hands of one of America's adversaries.
All right, Susan Teherani, thanks very much for getting us the latest from United States of America.